Hi everyone, I'm Selma Banawan. I've been teaching the Cambridge IGCSE Computer Science 0478 for the last 4 years, and today I'm proud to present the pre-release material for the May-June 2021 Paper 22. This pre-release material deals with an electric mountain railway. The railway makes 4 return trips every day. That means that the train goes up the mountain and down the mountain, and the train leaves to go up at 9 a.m., 11, 13 o'clock, and 15 o'clock. The train returns from the top of the mountain at 10, 12, 14, and 16. Each train has 6 coaches with 80 seats available in each coach. Passengers can only purchase a return ticket, so all tickets must be purchased on the day of the travel. The cost is $25 for the journey up and $25 for the journey down. Groups between 10 and 80 passengers inclusive get a free ticket for every 10th passenger, provided they all travel together. Every 10th passenger travels free. Passengers must book the return train journey as well as the departure train journey when they purchase their ticket. Passengers can return on the next train down the mountain or later train. The last train from the top of the mountain has 2 extra coaches in it. The train times are displayed on a large screen together with the number of tickets still available for each train. Every time a ticket is booked, the display is updated. When a train is full, the word closed is displayed instead of the number of tickets available. So in these videos, we're going to talk about in task 1, the start of the day for the train. We have to initialize some data structures and a constant, and we're going to complete the task with Python programming language and showing flowcharts. In the next video, we'll talk about task 2, when individuals and groups buy tickets. So we're going to recognize the inputs that are required and suitable validation for each input. And we're also, of course, going to check, one of the validation, are there tickets available? And we'll display finally how much the person should pay after free tickets. And in the last video, we'll talk about task 3. We'll display the total number of passengers from all the trips that day, the total money collected. We'll check and extract the trip that has the most passengers. So let's get started with task 1. Task 1 is the start of the day. We want to write a program to set up the screen display for the start of the day. We're going to initialize suitable data structures to total the passengers for each train journey and total the money taken for each train journey. Each train journey must be totaled separately, and there are 4 journeys up and 4 journeys down every day. So we basically want to make a program that will show us this display. It will show us the times of the train and how many tickets are available. The best way to do this is to initialize arrays. Okay, so we're going to have 3 arrays representing the data related to the trains going up the mountain. So one of the arrays will store the times that the trains go up. So it will be an array of size 4. It will hold 4 integers, and they are 9, 11, 13, and 15. The second array we're going to initialize is train up tickets, and it will hold the number of tickets that each train has left. So 480 are available at the beginning of the day for the 9 a.m. train, for the 11 a.m. train, for the 13, and for the 15 o'clock train. And finally, another array that will store the data that will hold how much money has been made on the first trip at 9, and the second trip at 11, and the third trip at 13, and the fourth trip at 15 o'clock. So these 3 arrays will represent the data. They'll store the data for the trains going up the mountain. Now we'll have 3 more arrays that will store the data for the trains going down the mountain. So we'll have an array called train down times, and it will hold the 4 values, 10, 12, 14 o'clock, 16 o'clock. Another array, train down tickets, holds the number of tickets available, 480, 480, 480, and 640. Remember, the last train has an extra 2 coaches in it. And finally, we have the amount of money for the trains going down. So the 10 a.m. train, $0.0 at the start of the day, the 12 o'clock train, $0.0, the 14 o'clock train, and the 16 o'clock. So these are our 3 arrays that will store the data for the train trips going down the mountain. So basically, we want to write a short program to display this, to show us the train times. So the first train's at 9 o'clock, It has 480 available tickets, and at the beginning of the day, $0 has been collected. Okay, so these are all the train times, all the available tickets, and all the money collected. To do that, we're going to follow this simple Python code where we have first initialize the constant, because the ticket cost is always $25 whether you're going up the array or down the array. Then we have our 3 arrays related to the train going up, so train up time, train up tickets, train up money, and we've stored the data that we need at the start of the day. Then we have our 3 arrays, train down time, train down tickets, and train down money. Now that we've stored the data in the arrays, we want to display it because we want to display the screen. So we'll display a couple of print statements to explain what we're showing. Print, here's a table of the train times and the train tickets. And of course, in order to show the data from an array, we need to use a for loop. So for count in range from 0 to 4, print the train up time of count and 2 tabs to make space, train up tickets of count and train up money of count. After that, it's going to first print the first element from the train up time, so that's 9 o'clock, and then it's going to print the first elements from the train down arrays. So again, this is how the table will look at the end of that code. Thank you for watching task 1. Hopefully next week we'll have task 2 up for you to see. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.